Welcome back, you inescapable beings of the cosmos, and welcome back to another fun-filled and exciting day of Let's Play Baldur's Gate on the good side of the Luther edition that we've been doing lately. Today we are going to pick up where we last left off, also accompanied by my cat, who will not leave me alone. I know you can't see her on camera. We'll probably get a picture of her here like this. Maybe. Is this worth taking time to show you the cat? Probably not. Great, now I have to readjust the camera. Hey! Well, wouldn't you know it? Hopefully that's in the middle. Wouldn't you know it? Baldur's Gate 2.6 came out, which is pretty amazing that in the year of our Lord 2021, it is 2021, right? The coronavirus has completely boggled my concept of time. Indeed, in the year 2020, I'm pretty sure it's 2021, we have Baldur's Gate. Let me get the option number up here. Baldur's Gate version 2.6.5, a new version that apparently fixed a bunch of bugs that I didn't even know existed. But hey, I mean, that's pretty impressive at least. I have no idea if it's going to affect our playthrough as far as the things they've fixed. I will tell you, it completely bricked the custom voice that we had for Luther. So rest in peace, Lepcis' efforts to get a really, really awesome Luther voice for Baldur's Gate. As you see here, we can select Luther, and he's still talking like normal, but his the subtitles are no longer here, and that's because I had to go in and manually adjust the custom voice files the way you had to do it back in the day when you had the physical CD version of Baldur's Gate, and you had to go in and rename the custom files to get custom voices. But whatever, we're gonna make it work. We've came so far that we're not going to stop this time. We're not going to let, not even Baldur's Gate version 2.6 is going to prevent us from finishing this. I promise you. Oh gosh, why are people attacking us? But okay, with all of that out of the way, that lengthy tirade, now we need to figure out what we're actually going to do. What? I should travel to Larswood? This can't be right. No, this can't be right at all. We're not traveling to Larswood, that was ages ago. I've acquired Sarevok's diary. What? Man, I think version 2.6 made our journal all crazy. Do we have Sarevok's diary? What? When did we get to this? I don't see any other items that we shouldn't be here. Okay, apparently we have Sarevok's diary. I'm gonna assume we picked this up at some time. Diary, 14th of Alaint. I don't know what year that is, or month. 1365. Today, Cormyr has instituted a ban against the Iron Throne from operating within their borders. Wait, Cormyr? Oh, I think... Isn't one of the... Okay, I can't read the journal seriously with this music. We gotta get out of combat. Cormyr. Yeah, because the guy at Nashville, he's like, well, I've got the best prices this side of Cormyr. So, Cormyr must be a place. What place it is, I don't actually know. And now that that music it has died down. Oh, right, it's here. I thought diary and I thought journal, but no, it's in the inventory. Okay. Today, Cormyr has instituted a ban against the Iron Throne from operating within their borders. While this is a great blow to the Iron Throne, it is a perfect opportunity for Realtor to approach the Throne High Council with his proposal if things go well. We could begin the operation within the year. P.S. Ball is super cool and I want to be like him when I grow up. This is Sarevok's diary, right? Are we going to find out he's secretly a tsundere? Is he going to write lots of bakas and... boy, this is pretty long. Alright, I guess I should stop goofing around and actually read this. 25th, I'm just not even going to read the dates. Daveron has sent a message to Realtor informing him that the mine in Cloakwood has been drained and is ready to use. This revelation should greatly help in convincing the Throne High Council The Iron Throne Council has agreed to support Realtor's plan. He's been given all the resources he needs, as well as leadership of the project. I have expressed interest to my father, and he has promised to include me within the operations along the Sword Coast. So his father, in quotes, I believe, is Realtor, right? I think it gets a little sketchy at a couple points. Cormyr has banned the Iron Throne from operating within their borders. So I think what happened here is the Iron Throne was desperate because they were banned from operating within Cormyr. Who knows even why. And then Sarevok managed to procure the old flooded DG burrow into another river, mine in Cloakwood. It was like, hey, you know, I got this mine. This could help you out. Realtor promised to include him in the happenings. He mentioned Mother in our conversation, how I wasn't to be unfaithful to him as she had. Wait, is he actually meaning Ball? I have expressed interest to my father, and he has promised to include me in operations along the Sword Coast. No, he might actually be talking about Ball here. Although I don't know. Was Ball's mother... or wife, I suppose. Was Ball's wife unfaithful? Who knows Farron lore? I don't know Farron lore. I don't know lore for anything. He made it clear that I would suffer her fate if I was. His threats are weak and hollow, and I shall listen to them for only so long. Nah, he must be talking about Realtor. I have decided to take this time to make my visit to Candlekeep. I have waited a long time to research the prophecies of Alwando, and I must know if the dreams speak the truth. So Sarevok has also been getting dreams. I will not believe the words of phantoms without proof, and the priest of Baal I confronted gave me nothing. He was old and died quickly in my grasp. If the words are true, I shall surely groom stronger acolytes than this. My research has gone well. The monks here at Candlekeep have been quite helpful. From what I've read, it would seem certain that the blood of Baal does indeed flow through my veins. Wait a minute. So, like, he was, Kavaras, which is the dumbest reverse name I've ever heard, but Kavaras was citing the prophecy of Alwando. What year is it? Okay, this is 1366. Does it actually tell us what the year is in our journal? No, that would be... No, it does. No, just kidding. It just says... No, yeah, 1368. Okay, so we're in 1368. This is 1365. So Sarevok didn't even figure out he was a child of Baal until like 3 years ago. I never knew that. That's pretty cool. Anyway. Alright. My research has gone well. The monks here at Candlekeep have been quite helpful. From what I have read, it would seem certain that the blood of Baal does indeed flow through my veins. His prophecies are, of course, ambiguous, but I think I understand them. He foresaw his coming death and seeded his essence across the land. Nice way of saying he got busy. The children born as a result bear the marks of chaos, have power with no direction, and shall feel the blood of a god within them. The deaths they bring shall awaken their father, and though through them he will rise. He does not explicitly say, but obviously this means that death wrought by the children will cause them to ascend. Fitting, and since the father was the lord of murder, proving one's worth must involve an act in accordance with his portfolio. I begin to see what I must do. Death, on a godlike scale. The monk Gorion troubles me. He seems to have taken an interest in my readings. I must be careful to be more clandestine in my research. I wish I could simply kill him, but I doubt I could safely murder him within this damnable library. I had a dream this night. Okay, so we're in 1366 now. So, 2 years ago. I had a dream this night. My mother was talking to me, but as she did, her face became bloated and discolored. Her voice became weaker as she spoke, telling me to save her from Realtor. I could see the garrote cutting into her neck, but I did nothing. It was only a dream. So Realtor must not be his real father, right? I mean, that was kind of always obvious, but it had to have been... How did this work? Did Baal literally assume human form and just go up and down the Sword Coast siring his lineage? Is that truly what happened here? I mean, I suppose Roman mythology is fairly much in the same vein, but it just, I guess, I mean, gosh. So I'm just trying to imagine it from the perspective of the woman. Like, did you just wake up one day and went, well, I've been impregnated by a god, or I'm overthinking this. And this is being recorded. I don't even know why I'm engaging in this conversation. I take my leave of Candlekeep now, not a moment too soon, for I am sure that Gorion has perceived my heritage. One thing that I am certain of, Luther of Gladstone. I don't know why, but I love halfway through this journal just seeing Luther of Gladstone. I don't know, that just cracks me up. Luther of Gladstone is, in actuality, one of Baal's brood as well. Luther of Gladstone has all the markings, and it would explain Gorion's curiosity in my studies. Though there is nothing I can do now, I will have to make certain to return and kill the little brat. It would be foolish of me to let one of my siblings live, especially one being brought up by the Harpers, and I am sure that is where Gorion's allegiances lie. Today I met with Realtor in Baldur's Gate. The fool still insists on calling me his son, and for now I will let him. He assumes that I am loyal to him because he raised me. Well, loyal I am, but only as long as he is useful. He set up a base in the mansion of a destitute noble family and says that everything is running smoothly. Mullahay has established himself at the mines of Nashkel, and his kobold minions should be already busily contaminating the iron ore. Only a few slaves have begun to mine out the ore at Cloakwood, though Realtor assures me that once the bandit raids begin, we'll have a steady supply of new slaves. 1 year ago, I met with the leaders of Chill and Black Talons. I have little liking for Ardnor, the leader of the Chill, but Targaz seems to be a man of his word. It is a good thing, as I'll have to work with these mercenaries for the rest of the year. Yeah, we killed Ardnor and Targaz. Everything proceeds well. The ore coming from Nashkel has started to deteriorate, and my mercenaries have been doing a fine job of destroying any iron caravans en route to Baldur's Gate. Though some of my mercenaries have been captured, most think they work for the Zents, so no trouble has fallen on the Iron Throne. I am sure that the Zents at Darkhold won't be pleased to know that their name has been falsely used. I will have to be wary for Zentish agents in the coming months. I think now I have the time to deal with that old codger Gorion and his little whelp. I will have to inform my men that I'll be gone for the next few weeks. No time to write, but I must not neglect my journal, so the future dead must know of how the Lord of Murder again came to them. I shall hire a scribe when time allows. Things have not gone completely as I have planned, but I will still have been able to salvage the situation. Luther of Gladstone is on the move to Baldur's Gate. If I could maneuver the whelp to Candlekeep, then I would have the perfect scapegoat for my plan. My mortal father, Realtor, is there to meet with the Knights of the Shield. What the heck are the Knights of the Shield? He has been blocking all my attempts to escalate the hostilities between and Baldur's Gate, and these meetings will only serve to smooth relations. I must rid myself of them all and assume control of the Iron Throne myself. I cannot allow petty business and monetary concerns to interfere. Terribly sorry, Father, but my true parentage calls, and you were in my way. I shall be sure to instruct the doppelgangers in the exact manner Realtor should die. I think a garrote would be perfect for the task. This diary looks to be important. You should probably keep it on your person. Yeah, well, does seem important, doesn't it? The garrote. So I'm assuming that Realtor killed. Oh, wait. I think I get it now. So he mentioned Mother in our conversation how I wasn't to be unfaithful to him as she had. So Baal must have assumed a human form and just appeared to Realtor's wife. And she... See, this is the problem. We have an unreliable narrator here. Realtor could merely be perceiving his wife as being unfaithful. We don't know the circumstance. I know this is starting to get a bit dark, but Baal may have well forced himself on Realtor's wife. We don't know. Realtor could have been a corrupt person to begin with and merely chooses to perceive her as being unfaithful. We just don't have her perspective from this. We only have a third-hand account from Saravok, from Realtor. Regardless, it seems to insinuate that perhaps Realtor killed his wife with a garrote, which I think, isn't that the thing you twist around someone's neck? I think. I could be wrong about that. And apparently, if we're reading this journal correct, this is the first time I've ever read this. I never read anything in Baldur's Gate. I know everyone who loves lore is just disgusted with my inability to take time to read anything in video games. But yeah, I've never read that before, but it really gives a lot of insight into... I think it's implying that Saravok saw his own mother, which would have been his blood mother, killed in front of him with a garrote. Or at least he's having dreams of it. Saravok, I must say that our first victim was not the challenge that my wife and I had expected. That foppish idiot had only the most token of defenses. However, I can assure you that Entar screamed quite deliciously all the way to the end. I hope that this next mission is much more difficult. From what you have told me, it would seem to be assassinating 2 Grand Dukes in their own palace while they I don't actually know what that word is. Harangue the high nobles of Baldur's Gate, no less. I can't wait. You still know where to find us. You should come down and enjoy the pleasures of the Undercellar for yourself, but if I know you, that'll never happen. Your obedient servant, Slythe. Saravok, I received your letter and am quite overjoyed by your proposition. I have told my wife, and she is as excited as I am. I accept your mission and think that your payment is very adequate. This will be our greatest feat yet, to kill the 3 Grand Dukes of Baldur's Gate. We will be arriving in Baldur's Gate within a week and should be taking up our usual residence at the Undercellar. If you wish to contact us, you will find us there. Use the access points through the sewers. Joyfully yours, Slythe. So I believe that's probably our tip-off as to where we want to go. Apparently some unsavory fellows, or, well, of course we know that it's a husband and wife team, has taken up residence in the Undercellar and plans to murder the Grand Dukes of Baldur's Gates. Gates? There's multiple now. Baldur's Gate. And considering that there are doppelgangers everywhere, I'm sure that Saravok will be able to politically brush the whole thing under the rug. Alright, so, Ivan here, a small dwarf of some sort, says, "Aye, would you like to pay a penny for a tale of murder and deceit? 10 gold it be, and worth each one." "A dark price for a dark tale, but I'll pay and hear it told." "Scar it was in second command of the noble Flaming Fist, and on a night dark street it happened. The rain 'twas spattering against the windows, glassy panes, and soaking up through me boot wraps, giving me the chill. A cunning cutthroat rushed on by, and cut the straps of his travel purse with a blood-sharp knife before turning down the alley. Aye, good man Scar, he chased the culprit there, into the dark as I came stumbling through the puddles to his aid. But that petty cut purse, he weren't the rugged wife he appeared to be." I think it's waif, right? "Rugged wife he appeared to be. Nay, he was a silver-skinned changeling, he were, and with his dagger claws he gored the good man through the eyes. Then he slit his neck so vicious just to leave him bleeding in the rain. My proffered aid, you ask? Twas as quickly withdrawn as rashly granted, and I hid there in the shadows as the mirror fiend assumed new form to saunter bloody-handed into the darkling night. My aid comes in that I'm here to tell the truth of the good man's passing to any listener that can spare the coin. 'Tis enough, I figure, and I doubt he'd disagree." "The mirror fiend you speak of is known as a doppelganger. I have encountered more than one of late, all in the hire of the Iron Throne. Do you know of any reason why the throne would want Scar dead?" "The Iron Throne, is it? Well, this lies outside me simple telling, but it may enrich it yet. Duke Alton lies sick within the compound of the Flaming Fist, so Goodman Scar had the former's office as their leader. Angelo, a link below the good man in the chain, had the most to gain by killing. And it's he who I'd suspected, but the Iron Throne I couldn't say. If ye thinks there be some truth to it, ye should investigate either the compound of the fist or the Tower of the Throne, for therein would lie your answers. I think we've already gone to the Iron Throne in this playthrough. Is that perhaps where we got the journal and I just didn't... Saravok's journal and I didn't even... Oh my goodness, why does everyone want to talk to us? Please, you must save us from this wretched iron. Although that's a woman. Don't blame me, that was the voice clip I heard. We're doing all we can, friend, but such salvation is slow and troubled process. Why must evil be so fleet of foot, while good loiters behind, holding back like an embarrassed younger brother? I pray that the gods may someday grant us swifter heroes. Yeah, well, Vivian sounds like a man for some reason, but that's fine. Alright, so to the Undercellar. Alright, folks, if you want to enjoy the pleasures of the Undercellar, you'll have to pay the 10 gold entrance fee. Then all the Black Lotus and women you want is yours for the night. Okay, here's your money. Thanks, chum. No! An unexpected request. So obviously we are not here to actually partake in the indelible pleasures of the Undercellar. We're here to take out Slythe and his terrifying wife. So we are going to want to be a little prepared for this fight. It can go south rather quickly. Slythe himself, as we learned in the Evil Let's Play, has very low armor class. So he falls quickly, but he likewise deals damage quickly. So we're going to need to... Well, honestly, we're just going to need to pour on a lot of damage onto him right off the bat. Do we have Dispel Magic. I'm always a little on the, or not on the fence, what's the word? Unsure. I'm always a little unsure if Dispel Magic also reveals invisible creatures that have been made invisible through magic. Now, I can't remember if Kristen is invisible naturally, or if she's invisible with magic. We don't care about this mage robe. Why do we even have it? Who's our identifier? Oh gosh. Is it Dynahair? Lore 25. Yeah, it's Dynahair. Oh, she doesn't know what it is. It's an adventurer's robe, Dynahair. It's not that hard to figure out. I know. Be nice to Dynahair. Her poor husband is dead. At least in this universe. I mean, we could haste ourselves. Suppose we could drop a couple aids, but that really doesn't help us. The real problem is we're surrounded by people, so we can't really use a lot of AoE. And that's right. I always forget the good party feels like it doesn't have a whole lot of magic users. It's really just Yeslik and Dynahair, and even Yeslik is only half cleric. He's not even full cleric. So there's not a whole lot of prep work we can do. I suppose it's just haste and bless. No, not in here. But we'll just have to rely on our brute strength, AC and stats to handle this.
Look at Kristen, honey. It's the heroes of the Sword Coast. They're the real deal.
I don't know if I can do that voice justice. That's great inflection. Well, dear. What have we here, Blade Father? I don't know, Slythe. They're so big and threatening. Oh, my mistake. I was thinking of someone else. Ooh, she's got a tongue of steel and a heart of gold, my Kristen does. And she's so pretty that she makes herself all invisible so guys like you don't give her hassle. Not that they would with a tough guy like me looking after her, of course. Slythe, baby, you tell him, honey. Oh, baby, you know me. You know you're Slythe. Hey, you, don't you go watching us go all mushy, right? It ain't none of your business. What's that you're whispering, sweetheart? Hey now, my girl Kristen tells me that yous all have a soft spot for the Grand Dukes. Sure is a shame about Antar Silver Shield, isn't it? 1 down and 2 to go. Poor Dukes. Wouldn't it have been better if they had all just died together? Bah, Kristen, don't give it all away like that now. It's on. What do they call it again? The Silver Bladder. Ah, enough of the cat and mouse stuff anyhow. I ain't cut out for it. We'll kill him now and do the Dukes after lunch, like Servok told us to. I love you for your mind, Slythe. Okay, well, I think the first thing we're gonna do is actually just run away. We're gonna try and pull Slythe away from Kristen so that we can avoid Kristen's spells, and if need be, we can make a hasty exit. Oh, right! Ajantis can't be hasted because of his sword. I forget about that. Anyway, we're gonna, yeah, we'll be able to make a quick retreat if we need to. Ajantis really cannot afford to be the point of focus of Slythe, so we'll have him run away here. Magic missiles are always a good thing, so if you got them, cast them. Gosh, this party really doesn't have any magic whatsoever. We'll have Yeslik chant.
My honor is my life.
And Ajantis will just continue to kind of run around, waste Slythe's time.
What the heck?
Alright. Oh, that's not what we want.
Excellent.
So, Yeslik might be the focus of Slythe here. I think that's what's happening. He's in the middle of casting chant. Did we lose the spell? The graphic disappeared. Oh, what was that? Takes 1 cold damage. Apparently our sword with Luther deals cold damage. Yeslik does cast chant. Okay. Immediately after gets hit by Slythe. That makes sense. Slythe has some crazy high Fako. Look at that. He just rolls a 10 plus 9. Anyway, I can't believe Yeslik actually got that cast off. But I think this is going to be over now on the next hit or two. Indeed. Yeah, Slythe a scary guy, but again, just doesn't have a lot of AC or HP. Now we're gonna have to deal with Kristen the caster. Hopefully we'll just get a proper hit here. Yeah, indeed, we got really lucky. That's gonna make the fight pretty trivial. The first spell she cast has indeed failed due to... Who hit him? Her, rather. Luther and Dynahair. I'm not sure which one disrupted the spell. The problem is she has this globe of minor invulnerability, which I believe just completely negates magic missile. I think it negates anything, any spell level 3 and lower, so we can't magic missile her to disrupt her spells. We have to rely on just brute force. However, she is a mage of sorts, pretty unarmored. Actually, looks completely unarmored, and so she'll drop pretty fast. And that's Slythe and Kristen. They can be quite a bit of trouble if you're not prepped for them. But we were prepped.
Excellent.
Okay, we picked up a couple items. Actually, a lot of spells. Jeez, it's so nuts we only have 1 caster. Alright, we've got an invitation. This is an invitation to the inauguration of the newest Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate. It will be held at the Ducal Palace. Present this invitation to the guard at the gate, and you will be allowed entrance. This looks to be an important note, one that you should hold on to. Nah, let's pitch it. Slythe! The time to strike is now. When the party commences on the night of my coronation, you will join up with my doppelganger assassins at the sewer entrance to the palace. You are to insinuate yourself into the crowd in the ballroom. When I have finished my speech, you will strike. If you aren't there, my doppelgangers will proceed without you, and your payment will be forfeit. Make sure to keep a leash on your little honk-honk of a wife. An invitation to the party is included with this note. Servok. This looks to be an important note, one that you should hold on to. I love that Servok doesn't like Kristen. In fact, I get the feeling Servok probably despises any kind of relational passion or compassion. I mean, the poor guy, legitimately the poor guy might just have like some serious mental issues involving romantic partners, period, if he actually saw his mother killed by his father. Okay, we are going to quick save to write some of these in our books.
I'm not surprised. An unexpected request, but sure.
Not that any of them are super necessary, but monster summoning is a fun one. I want to make sure we have it. And flame arrow is a pretty nice one as well. Gonna reload on that. Curse you, AD&D rules. Are any of those even useful though? Or rather, what I mean to say is, can we write any of them? Do we have any open slots that we would be willing to part with? No. Wraith form? The heck is Wraith form? I think this is a new spell, or at least a Baldur's Gate 2 spell. When the spell is cast, the wizard and all his gear become insubstantial. Caster is subject only to magical or... Oh, right. This is the one that makes you basically become a... Requires +1 to hit enemy. Let's go ahead and level her up. She gained a weapon proficiency. What do we even want to give her? We could give her just darts. I mean, that's kind of the problem. Like, you can give a wizard points in quarterstaff, but at the point that your wizard is actually fighting something with a quarterstaff is the point that you've done something terribly, terribly wrong. So darts it is. Maybe we got a spell slot that we can use. Oh, we did. How fancy. How fancy. Now, probably the intelligent thing to do would just be to take a fireball, or maybe even a dispel magic. Although Yeslik naturally has dispel magic, so we can get away with maybe not taking that. But I like having fun, so we're going to take monster summoning, because that's more fun.
An unexpected request, but sure.
Wait, what's this? There's more scrolls on the floor? What gives? Oh, right, we dumped these ones. Alright, I don't think any of the rest of these are terribly important, so we'll just write them all in. Apparently those are already in the book. In the books.
I'm not surprised, but what?
Hit the books. Chesney's just full of it today. Alright, this looks like a short sword +1 kind of thing. Sling +1. Do we even need a sling +1? Does anyone need one? We've got... Yeah, I guess Yeslik could use one. Upgrade! Was that a dagger +1 or 2? Short sword +1 or 2? Probably short sword +2. Short sword +1s, of course, look different.
They wish my ear.
Since we only take one identify spell at a time.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Alright.
What the heck?
We're going to snooze anyway, we might as well.
Good to meet a fine sod
Such as yourself. Oh,
Helm,
Argentus gained a
give
level.
me strength.
Another weapon point. What does Argentus need? Probably two-handed? What? Paladins can't... Hang on here. Paladins can't triple spec? I mean, I could understand not getting the 4 points. That's kind of a fighter specialty. It's the whole reason you would want to keep playing a fighter, but you would expect Paladins to get 3 points. Because longbow it is, unless we want to go two-handed two-handed fighting style. What does this give us? +1 bonus to damage rolls. -2 to speed factor, which is kind of pointless. And the ability to score crits on a 19. So you go from having a 5% crit chance to a 10%. Oh my goodness, that second... Look how awful the second point is. Okay, so having spent so much more attention to the dice rolls during this Let's Play than I normally do, and Thaco and things like that, so that I could actually analyze it and talk about it, I have to say, I think I undervalued the value of critical hits in general, because it's not the extra damage that make them great. I mean, the extra damage is nice, don't get me wrong. It's the fact that it's a guaranteed hit. That no matter what, even if your opponent has 3,000 armor class... Wait. Negative 3,000 armor class. 3,000 would certainly aid you in hitting them. But if they have negative 3,000 armor class, you can still hit them as long as you roll a 20. It's that 5% chance to at least be able to do something. And raising that to 10% actually seems pretty good. So I am going to go with the 2-weapon style. The speed factor is just so irrelevant. And the +1 bonus to damage rolls isn't bad either. I mean, like, it's not a world of difference, but it's certainly... I mean, not going to say no to a +1 damage, right? I think what's really disgusting is this specialized. Like, they should have moved this +1 bonus to damage to the specialized. Because it's all front-loaded. Like, you put 1 pip in, you get +1 damage, -2 speed factor, it's like, whatever, but admittedly, at the beginning of the game, that's going to matter more. It's not going to matter as much when you start getting more attacks per round, or per turn, I think it's called. So, getting that early can have an effect on the early parts of the game, but overarchingly, it's not going to have a huge impact. And then the 19 to 20 is just good for crits. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying the same thing in different ways now. I'm just amazed that the specialized is so bad.
Excellent.
Yeah, everyone treats AD&D. Nah, that's not true. I shouldn't roll everyone. A lot of people treat AD&D like the golden age of D&D, and in some ways it was, but it's so unbalanced.
Hey, friend.
Oh no, we don't want to do this.
Find sod such as
We'll just identify this. Oh, wow. Short sword +3. It appears that Imoen can make use of this. Give everything a fancy name, but it's just a short sword +3, right? Yeah. No added benefits.
I'm not surprised. That might work.
Friend. Good to meet
It's like the difference between high school and middle school. There are no added benefits, just more work. I kid. I loved high school. If you had a terrible high school experience, I'm sorry. My high school experience was nothing like it gets depicted as in media. Suppose I was very fortunate. Upgrade on the dagger for Alora, but again, Alora is never going to use that blade. Unless you're a backstabbing thief. The point at which your thief is using the dagger, you have done something wrong. Otherwise, I mean, what do we even do? Do we need to stock up? We should probably look into stocking up. We're heading out now, honestly, to like the end of the game. We really are looking at the exit door. And if we're gonna do Siege of Dragonspear, we need to make sure that we actually have... Oh, but we only have 7,000 gold. Forget that. Just kidding, guys. We're gonna go straight to the end of the game because we have no money to do anything with. Anyway, we're gonna go to the palace? This is not the palace. No, this is not the palace at all. This is the wrong place entirely. Yeah, that's Iron Throne. That's some unimportant district. Palace here? No. No matter how many times I play this game, and no matter how many times I travel around Baldur's Gate, I never know where anything is. It partially feeds into my dislike of the end of this game. At the end of this game. Okay, I think we're as prepped as we're gonna be. I mean, what... We don't really have any money to do anything different with it anyway. We've got full plate, plate +1. Oh gosh, just regular splint mail. How do we not have at least some splint +1 for our poor buddy here? Poor buddy Yeslik. Doesn't really matter that... Oh, that's right. We bought the robe of the good Archmagi. Did they fix So, the Robe of the Good Archmagi gives you a 5% magic resistance. In old Baldur's Gate, that used to almost be worse than actually beneficial, because what would happen is you'd go to cast spells on your wizard, like healing spells or buff spells, and then they'd have this 5% magic resistance, so just randomly they wouldn't get healed. Anyway, we're gonna quick save, and I guess we'll just step in? Do we wanna prep or anything? Like spells? I keep forgetting with this party doesn't really prep. This party just kind of whacks. Just walks in and whacks things. Greetings, I assume you've come to the palace for the coronation of Sarevok. Well then, I'll need to see your invitations. Here are the invitations. Could you let us in now? We're kind of in a hurry. Don't be so impatient. Let's take a look at those invitations. Yes, they do look authentic. Alright then, you can enter.
Excellent. What the heck?
Just not feeling the Flaming Fist voice today. Ooh, fancy nobles. Could you please hand over your invitations to the palace? Here are the invitations. Thank you very much. You may now pass. Never really take any time to explore this
but sure.
room, building. What's even in here? Fancy piano, a harp. That probably some very uptight, skinny noblewoman plays. It is very loud about telling everyone how good she is at it. That Sarevok seems a bit rough at times, but perhaps that is what we need. A firm hand to guide us in these troubling times. I wonder, though. Okay. Apparently they all say the same thing. They're all doppelgangers! Kill them!
Touch me not. You are unclean.
It is quite the honor to be here on this occasion. That Sarevok is such a fine young man. Yes, I'm sure he is.
No,
Alright, well,
not in
we'll
here.
just charge in.
I serve the Flaming Fist.
Well, there's Sari himself. Sarah, Siri, Sarevok. What do we got in here? Belt, Leah Jeneth, Sarevok. It's a Flaming Fist dude. Half these guys are doppelgangers. Alright. Let's haste it up. Let's haste enchant it up, guys. Like, everyone just stands around and like, what? Who's chanting? Who the heck is casting magic back there? What does belt even sound like? Let's make it French. Now that all of our guests have arrived, we can begin with the ceremony. That's terrible French. With the ceremony that you have all been awaiting.
As all of you know, this is a special occasion for the city of Baldur's Gate.
It is time for a new person to join the ranks of the Grand Dukes. I do not wish to downplay the tragedy that we suffered with the loss of Entar Silvershield, but this is not the time for us to show grief.
The votes have been tallied from those submitted by the landowners. The result was nearly unanimous.
What of Duke Elton? Has his condition improved at all? If he dies, who will replace him? What about the rumors of Arm mobilizing for war? Why aren't we preparing for war?
Oh.
With our iron shortage, how are we to defend ourselves? Who will give us the iron we need?
Cloakwood? Nashkel? You guys need to get up with the times.
What of the Zentarum? I've heard that they may be somehow involved.
Oh yeah, they're totally involved.
I believe that Elton was poisoned by members of the Shadow Thieves. They're obviously trying to kill our leaders.
I love how this guy's by members of the Shadow Thieves.
All of your questions will be answered in due time. You need not worry.
Entar was killed by Shadow Thieves, agents of Arm. If it isn't obvious to the rest of you, it's obvious to me. Arm wants a war.
I kind of want to take that and overlay it with some of Nibbler's lines from Futurama now.
The evidence we have about Entar's murder does resemble the work of the Shadow Thieves, but
Resembles? That's ridiculous. The signature left behind on the body was the mark of the Shadow Thieves. Are you blind and stupid, woman?
Rude. There's like no female representation in this room. She is the only woman, and she's a noble woman. She probably has so much trouble in politics because of that.
If I may continue, the signature left behind was very blatant and could have been put there to mislead all of us.
Who would want to mislead us?
Who wouldn't?
Perhaps I could interject something before this meeting degenerates into meaningless bickering.
Oh, Bell, finish your lines, man. We are here to welcome our new Grand Duke, so perhaps we should get on with it. Introducing the new Grand Duke, Servok Anchev. Here we go again. I can't do Servok's voice. There's no way I can ever get close to being that deep. I am honored to be here before such a respected assemblage of noblemen. I accept my new position with full awareness to my new responsibilities, and I will have many of them. I would first like to address the many situations that I have been asked earlier. The rumors about Om's mobilization for war are entirely true, as is the involvement of the Zentrim cohorts. But do not worry, we are not bereft of a defense. Although the recent Zentish attempt at depriving us of the most valuable war resource, iron, has weakened us, it has not crippled us. Oh, this is interesting. Because... throat. Because we read the journal. So this just gives a little bit more context that yes, everyone thinks that the people attacking the iron shipments were Zentish. Funny, they didn't look Zentish. Anyway. When my father was most recently murdered, I inherited his control over the western branch of the Iron Throne. They have a great deal of stockpiled iron, enough for all our needs. I will give this to the city to do with as you will. Unfortunately, our greatest military commander lies on his deathbed, a grievous blow to the city. To ensure that the Flaming Fist is well led, I will be assuming control of the mercenary regiment with permission from its current steward, Angelo.
Wait one moment. That is not in your power to decide.
Of course, we know that Angelo is in the pocket of Servok, so fat load of chance there is of him not going along with this.
Shut up! Let Servok speak!
Instead of waiting for the war to come to us, we will take it to them. With the Flaming Fist, we should be able to easily take the town of Nashkel, and then quickly fortify the mountain pass through the Cloud Peaks. What? Who dares interrupt?
Alright, so here are our doppelgangers that were written about, that Servok knows are coming, and their whole purpose is to kill Leah, Janath, and Belt, who needs no last name. So our goal here will be to protect them at all costs. Fireball is out of the question, although Glitter Dust is probably a good choice. We already have Bless up and running. Oh, no we don't. Here we go. Bless it is. And then the fighters will do their work. Whoa! They went straight for Yezlik here. We might need to pull him out. Yeah, Yezlik casting failure, so there's no... We lose nothing by pulling Yezlik back. Yeah, that one is just going straight for Yezlik. Imoen definitely want her to use her arrows. Wow. Alright, as soon as we can just get... Alright, we could have Yezlik swap over to his hammer, which should give him a better chance of not getting hit. We could try to have him maybe command the doppelganger. That's probably not going to work, but, well, it doesn't matter. Apparently he died. Who hit him? Somebody hit him. Cast command. No, it worked! You can command a greater doppelganger, which guaranteed that the next attack against the doppelganger was successful. Looks like Luther dropped him.
Excellent.
Anyway, that should make things a little more manageable now. Since the other two doppelgangers are focused on our fighters, it should just be an AC fight at this point. AC versus Thaco.
Here we go.
Will cut you down to size. My blade will cut you down
So
to size.
Leah lives. Is Belt okay? Did Belt die? Where's Belt? Belt's alive. I think we're gonna win this. Nice! Leah's got some nice magic missiles as well.
Here we go.
Remind us not to get on her bad side.
That might work.
Okay. Well, we're gonna quickly rob everything and confront Sarevok, I suppose. Although I kind of want to talk to Belt and Leah. Oh, how did he sound? It was lucky that such brave people as yourself intervened on our behalf. Is there anything that I can do for you in return? Oh, I kind of wish we had talked to Sarevok instead. I didn't realize this was going to push the storyline forward, but that's okay. Yeah, we have so many documents incriminating Sarevok. It's giving us so many options here. We might as well just go with this one. We have Sarevok's diary. Take a look through it. Sarevok is the one who tried to kill you. Had Entar killed, and nearly killed Elton. I'll take a look, but if you're wrong, the punishment for false accusations is severe. Those people are the ones wanted on multiple counts of murder. Kill them. These people are not to be touched until I have finished reading these documents. You don't need to read that document, but since I know you're too stupid to take my advice, I'll just take your head. Oh, crap! Alright, well, Sarevok is now, very large, very scary, and very armored. At least Leah has one one mirror image to have a 50% chance of dodging Sarevok's first attack. How do we... There's no way a hold person spell is going to work. So, Sarevok has been changed greatly over the years. He used to be, like, I think it was either 95 or 100% resistant to all forms of magic, except magic missile, which only had, like, a very slight chance to harm him. I think it was... No, I think it was that he had, like, 100% elemental resistance. And since most damaging spells have an element... Go look up the wiki. You'll get better information than what I'm giving you. All I'm trying to get at is that in the original version of Baldur's Gate, Sarevok was practically impossible to kill with magic. You had to just kill him with physical means. They removed that completely in one of the updates, so that he is now much more able to be fairly fought with both physical and magical means. That being said, I just never make it to this point of the game, so I really don't know how to fight him. I don't know what's effective, and I don't know what's not effective anymore. So we're just gonna do what makes sense. I suppose we'll go for the long term and use Melf's Acid Arrow, since that's gonna deal damage over time. We'll summon a skeleton behind him, why not? The two fighters, of course, will charge in.
Excellent.
And, I mean, the archers will continue to shoot. That's kind of the only thing they can do in combat. It looks like Sarevok is targeting a Jantis. He can probably manage that just a little while longer. We'll have him keep fighting. Okay, and a little while longer is over. Good thing we had him drink that potion, although potions only heal, what, 1d9? Is that correct, or is it just a flat 8? No, it's a flat 9. So I guess the potion didn't keep him alive, necessarily, but... and then Magic Missile was cast, but it looked like it just did nothing. Am I seeing things? Sarevok is regularly rolling 30s. Oh my gosh, he has an 8+8. Which resulted in a hit. How did that hit? 8+8, 16. What was the second roll? Let's see here. Servok. Yeah, okay, here we go. Servok magic resistance. Leah tried to magic missile Servok, but apparently he's still got that magic resistance. I know Servok attacked again because Ajantis got hit twice. Oh my freaking goodness. Servok hit Ajantis on a 2. Now, I know Ajantis has not as good armor class as Luther, but at that point, does it even matter? What's the difference between Ajantis and Ajantis and Luther? Okay, it's somewhat significant. But we can't actually assume this, but let's assume if Servok had rolled a 1, it would have counted as a miss. I know that would have been a critical miss, but let's just think if the math worked that way. And since there's a 4-point difference between Ajantis and Servok, we take 1 and we add 4 to it, which means at best, if Servok rolls a 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1, he'll miss Luther at best. At worst, it could even just be just as bad as Ajantis, which lets us know that anyone we have engaged with Servok is going to get hit. Like, there's not anything we can do to stop it. And at that point, I think that means that whoever Servok is attacking has to run away. I don't think we can even attempt to have the person he's attacking hope to be able to roll or resist through the use of armor class. Anyway, Servok seems to have a one-track mind and is just going straight after Ajantis, even still. And that's fine as long as we can keep this up. Oh, what? I tried to pause the game, but it, well, what? Who the heck is Winsky Perorit? Anyway, I tried to hit pause, but I accidentally cycled through whatever dialogue Servok had. You and I aren't finished yet, Luther of Gladstone. I'll kill you, just as I killed Gorion. The only way you'll ever live in peace is if you kill me first. And apparently he's dimension dooring away, and this Winsky fellow is here. I don't know who this is.
What the
That
heck?
was odd. Well, just in time, because all our spells just wore off. Is Belt still alive? Belt is still alive. Amazing. I think it is in your best interest to hunt Servok and kill him before he does the same to you. We've seen enough killing. Even so, I'm sure it would be good for you to know where he teleported to. Just wait a few seconds and I'll divine his location through the power of my god. He's transported himself to the Thieves Guild. It would be wise of you to track him down and put an end to his evil. After everything you've done to him, I'm sure he's eager to exact some sort of revenge. Well, that's it? Not like, thank you for saving Baldur's Gate. I mean, we just saved the integrity of Baldur's Gate. The whole of Baldur's Gate's political infrastructure had been infiltrated by doppelgangers, corrupted by assassins, and held in the seat of power by a single tyrant. And he's just like, yeah, that Servok guy, he seems like a big problem. You should probably go take care of that. Are you kidding me? Where's the army? Are you not sending the Flaming Fist to assist us? I would ask that you do us one favor. It seems that you know Servok better than any of us. Would you hunt him down and end this? At least she asks us. We have many personal reasons for wanting to hunt him down. The only problem is trying to find him. I'm a mage of no small skill, so I can divine the location of where Servok's mage took him. If you just wait a few seconds, I should have his location. He and his lackey have teleported themselves to the Thieves Guild. For what purpose, I can't say. It is easy enough for me to teleport you to the same location. Just hold still. This might be somewhat disorienting. Oh, well, okay. I feel like we just got voluntold, but whatever. Yeah, I guess it would be a little jarring if suddenly 6 people appeared in the middle of what I presume is supposed to be a hidden Thieves Guild. What is this? It seems like everyone's crashing in on the Thieves Guild these days. First that huge armored guy, and now you! You better tell me what you're here about right quick, or you're in a lot of trouble. We're tracking down Sarevok, the huge, armored guy. But where did he go? He went down the stairs right over there. Sure was in a hurry. If you're going after the guy, it'd probably be good of you to get a little more prepared than you look. Down there's the Thieves' Warrens, and they're really dangerous. Go talk to Black Lily over there in the storeroom by the stairs. She'll give you some good prices on equipment. I even hear she sells some of the magic stuff. I like how he, like, threatens you that you're gonna be in trouble if you don't explain yourself, and then he's like, oh, no, that's totally cool. You should buy her stuff.
That might work.
So we're supposed to talk to Lily who now? I don't understand why there's all these bodies here. I think, didn't we find these I don't know what you want to call them, leather armors down here last time? They talk like you're supposed to talk to this Lily person, but like, I think she's dead. I think she's gone. There's no Lily. Oh wait, no, here she is.
This will be the darkest day you never seen, before I don't have what you need.
For the right price anyway. A potion case. Wow. Oh wait, no, that's our potion case. Derp. What does she sell? Not that we have a ton of money. Couple of magic arrows, cloak of protection, sling of unerring accuracy. Now what the heck? This is just a sling +2. Wait, what? Sling of unerring accuracy +1. What? But it's just a sling +2. What's the difference? Oh, okay. Actually, it doesn't have +1 damage, interestingly. So you trade the +1 damage for +1 accuracy.
Request,
or,
but
well,
sure.
+1 Thaco. Which in the right circumstances could be viewed as a increased 5% chance to hit. What's better? I guess neither, it's just different. The extra damage could be the difference between killing a foe and not. The extra accuracy could be the difference between killing a foe and not. Regardless, it's not something we need right now. Potion of magic blocking, that's pretty strong. Might as well buy that. Not like this gold is going to do us much good anymore anyway. What else do we want? Potion of heroism is pretty good. Yeah, the 90% Thaco ensures that you'll get hits more often. Guess we'll just buy both of them. That's all she wrote. Alright. Well, that is where we're going to end today's episode. At the cusp of going down into the Thieves' Warrens in hot pursuit of Sarevok. Actually, can we rest here?
No, not
We're gonna need to rest. We'll figure that out in the next episode. Anyways, as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you are having a great day. If you're not, I don't know. Hope this made you smile at least a little bit. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.